Hello friends, welcome to the live. My name is Manuela Seiberth and I'm the CEO and founder of Aspire Immigration Australia. I hope you're doing well. As you join us, let me know where you're from in this beautiful world. I know that we have lots of people in Australia as well as outside of Australia. So just type in the comments, where are you from, or where do you live? Okay, so ideally the city and the country. Just so I get an idea who we have in the audience. Also, if you are watching the recording, then please put in the comments recording or replay. Okay, so we know who's watching the replay. So we are live on 3 channels. So this is my LinkedIn, this is my Facebook camera, and this is my Instagram camera. We've got Kevin from Fiji. Hello Kevin. We've got Manuia from Solomon Islands. Aloha. I'm not sure if you say aloha. Aloha is, I think, Hawaiian. And then we've got on Instagram, we've got one friend from India. And then we've got Kalini in the USA. Nice. Whereabouts in the US? Which state? We've got Miller from Papua New Guinea. It's very multicultural tonight. I'm saying tonight, so it is it's after 6 p.m. in Queensland. That is where I am, on the east coast of Australia. And so it's evening, so I just finished the last bits and pieces of work. And but I do understand, obviously we are, around the world, we have all sorts of different time zones, and it may probably be earlier. Unless you are in New Zealand. Do we have anyone from New Zealand? Oh, nice, California. I'd love to go to California. And I will be going to California one day soon. I'd love to go to California. I'd love to go to Hawaii. I'd love to go to New York. The only place I've been to in the US is Michigan. Actually been to a place in Michigan as an exchange student. So I was an international student in the US, just in case you were wondering. We've got a fellow Queenslander. Hello, Sanumaka Latu, Fiji. Excellent. We haven't got any friends yet on LinkedIn, but maybe they join us a bit later. And yeah, so there's a lot of things happening in the world at the moment. I hope you are all safe. So we've got the Ukraine conflict, we've still got coronavirus pandemic, and also in Australia we currently have floods. So on the east coast, so in Queensland and New South Wales, we have a lot of heavy rain, and it has been raining for weeks non-stop. Well, we had little breaks here and there, but yeah, it's been raining a lot. And yeah, so we have flooding currently. So Australia is a beautiful country, and it is a country of the extremes. So we've got droughts, we've got floods, we've got bushfires. It is extreme. And so currently we're dealing with floods. You may have seen something in the news. Yeah, and that's just, I guess, something we have to deal with. I'm safe and dry, hence I can speak with you tonight, and we have a lot to get through, and I'm always trying to keep it short and sweet. So as you are joining, the live, the advantage of joining me live is, and I appreciate all of you. We've got 17 friends currently on Facebook. We've got a couple of friends on Instagram, and I can't really see on LinkedIn. It's a little bit a mystery on LinkedIn. But the advantage of joining me live is that you can ask me questions. The way you can ask me questions is put them in the comments. All right. So we've already got a comment on Instagram saying, I want to work in Australia. It's my dream. Yes, many people want to work and live in Australia. I know it's a dream of many people. They call it actually the Australian dream. That's actually an expression. And I know that dream so well because it once was my dream and now I am living the dream. So for all the new friends that we have, I may as well just very quickly repeat my story, or not repeat, tell my story. So I'm a migrant from Germany and I migrated to Australia over 12 years ago. And I came to Australia on a working holiday visa as a backpacker, traveler, tourist, with work rights. And so that was over 12 years ago. And here we are, over 12 years later. And now I'm helping you, people like you. My team and I, not just myself, I've got a team of immigration lawyers and migration agents. And we help people like yourselves with the immigration process. Yeah? Okay, so as you join the live, and also if you're watching the recording, please give us a like, give us a love heart, give us a wow, give us a care. Yeah, like the care one is really needed at the moment. So let's just, this is me giving myself a hug because there's no one else around. We've got Rohan from South Africa. Rohan, I think I remember you. I think I met you. Didn't we meet back in, when was that? 2019. 2019, I traveled to South Africa on my own and I did a round trip. So I have a very good memory. So this is definitely a very big advantage when you are working in immigration. I have a very good memory. I remember everything. So I remember everything. See? Rohan, yes, we met. I know, I remember. So I remember everything. And I have a high attention to detail, which really helps when you work in immigration, because detail is key. And you've got to be consistent. And in order to be consistent, it is helpful to have a good memory. So Rohan, it's so nice that you're joining us tonight. I hope you're well. Look, the good thing is Australian borders are finally open for everyone. Okay? So since the 21st of February, today is the 3rd of March. So now it's been already a couple of weeks. And since the 21st of February, Australian borders are open for everyone. Let me clarify, when I say everyone, it means you have to be either fully vaccinated or you have to be exempt. All right? If you're not sure, then please contact our office and we'll give you information about that. All right? And in regards to quarantine, I know there's a lot of questions about quarantine. So quarantine rules are different from state to state, okay? So WA, like Western Australia, is now also open. Oh, thank God, hallelujah. Western Australia has finally opened its borders, and which is great news. Do we have anyone in the audience now, and also if you're watching the recording, do we have anyone in the audience who wants to go to Western Australia? WA, so West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. We're talking about West Coast. So basically, quarantine rules are different from state to state. And I always recommend that before you start your journey to Australia, so say you have a flight booked for, say, 30th of March, which is, 3-4 weeks away, and make sure that you check, because these rules, they're constantly changing, okay? So make sure that you check and that you tick all the boxes. If you are our client, we make sure that we let you know what you need to do, Okay. We have 2 clients from Costa Rica, Pamela and Javier. Are you online? I think I haven't seen you yet. If you're online, very, very happy. Their visa was granted and they are coming on the, I think, is it 14th of March? So yeah, that's very, very exciting. And yes, so they're coming to Darwin. Again, Darwin is Northern Territory, different location, and we need to check the rules for quarantine, okay? And they can change like that. They can change overnight. They can even change, because sometimes you obviously have a long flight to Australia, depending where you're coming from. Sometimes it literally can change while you're on the plane. And look, you know, it's just these kind of times where we just have to roll with it. So Rohan is saying that he wants to go to Perth. Okay, Rohan, do you have your visa? We haven't talked in a while. It's been a while since I was in South Africa. That was my last international trip. So I'm so grateful that I got to South Africa. I think Rohan, from memory, are you a chef? I think you are a chef. So, okay. First things first. We already made an announcement that today I am announcing how you can win a free consultation. So our consultations, they are a paid service. Now, why paid or how much is it? You will find all that information on our booking page. All right. So if you go on our website, there's a book a consultation tab, and you just click on it, and then you will find all the information in regards to, you know, everything, how it works with regards to the fees, the availability, and so on. We are now open every day, or every weekday at least. Actually, I think it's Monday till Saturday until 11 o'clock. Okay, so 11 o'clock my time at night. It's really late. So now it's 6 p.m. Okay, so we are open until 11, so that is like 5 hours from now. Yeah. See, Rohan is a chef. I don't want to, you know, it's just my memory. I met Rohan 3 years ago? 3 years ago in South Africa at one of the seminars that I gave about immigration law to Australia and, you know, the process. And so, in regards to the competition, so how it works is, usually you have to pay for a consultation, and we give you a lot of value. Yeah, we give you so much value because we prepare for the consultation. We then conduct the consultation with you, usually by a Zoom call, because usually, you know, like you somewhere else and we're somewhere else. We're here in Australia. You may be some, like, you know, overseas, or you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where we are. We connect with you like we do now. Online, okay, via video call, and then we give you advice, all right, and we go through and we do an assessment of your visa options, and then we give you a strategy of the visa options that are available to you, and then we also, after the consultation, give you a written letter of advice, a summary with a quote of services, so you will know exactly what it costs. And what are the steps that you need to take, and what are the requirements. All right, so you get a lot of value for your money. Now today I will announce how you can win a free consultation, and who in the audience has attended and participated in a competition before. If you have attended and participated in a competition before, put the word competition in the comments. We are running competitions quite frequently. Having said that, the last competition is a little while ago because, you know, of all the things that have been happening, and with you know, especially obviously with pandemic, COVID, coronavirus, and so on. But yeah, let me know if you have participated in a competition, because okay, so here we go. Drum roll. I'm doing my own drum roll because yeah, there's no one else here. It's just me. Okay, so how it works. The competition is for all of March. Okay, so don't stress. All right. But it starts from now. It starts from now. And so if you're live, obviously you hear it here first. If you are watching the recording, it's fine. Obviously, if you're watching the recording in April, it's too late. But if you're watching the recording in March, you're still okay. So what you need to do is, obviously, so I know some of you are regulars. Rohan, you have met me in person in South Africa, and you were attending a seminar. And so what you need to do is, you need to give us a review on Google and Facebook. So we have a Facebook page. Don't mix that up with the group page. So there's a Facebook page and there's a group page. On the Facebook page, you can give us a review, a recommendation. So you need to click recommend Aspire Immigration Australia. And on Google, so you just, you know, find us on Google and give us a 5-star review and just leave a quick comment. And the way you can review us is based on the live that you are watching right now. Yeah, so for example, so currently I'm talking about the competition, and then I will move on to explaining to you about, you know, what's been happening in the visa and immigration world in Australia. And that's all. So leave a 5-star review and recommendation on Facebook, and then you automatically go into the draw of winning a free consultation. How good is that? How good is that? It will take you 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And you can win a free consultation. All right? Okay. So now I'm starting with the content in regards to what do we have. And I pretty much have, well, at this stage I've got 3 items on my agenda that I want to talk about. So I see that most of my friends tonight are from offshore. Is that right? Or do we have anyone who is actually in Australia? Is there anyone who is actually in Australia? There was one fellow Queenslander. That's right, I remember there was one Queenslander with me. Is there anyone else also in Australia? Because the next topic that I will talk about is about applications from offshore. All right. We talk about both. Okay, so we talk about offshore and onshore. So, Rohan, thank you so much. Yes, you know me. You know me probably, you know me for 3 years. Okay, so great news. Obviously, the borders have opened for everyone. So now everyone can come to Australia. Obviously, you need to have a visa. All right. And there's over 100 different visa types in the Australian immigration system. Over 100. So it is very, very important that you pick the right one for you. And that is why we do a consultation, so that we can assess the visa options that are most suitable for you. All right. And usually what we find in a consultation, you are eligible for a few different ones. All right, so there may be a work visa, there may be a skilled visa, there may be a family visa, there may be a student visa, there may be a graduate visa. You know, lots of different options. All right, so there's the skilled visas. who in the audience would like to apply for a skilled visa? So there's 3 different subclasses for a skilled visa. We have subclass 189, skilled independent, and we have subclass 190, which is the skilled nominated visa, permanent, and we've got subclass 491, also skilled nominated visa, provisional, leading to permanent residency. Okay, so who in the audience wants to apply for a skilled visa? Subclass 189, subclass 190, or subclass 491? I think the chat may be a little bit delayed, so I'm just going to keep talking because, so Australia has, okay, so here we go. Harpindajit, sorry, I may not be able to pronounce it properly, but our friend on Facebook, she commented they want to apply for a skilled visa. Amazing. Yes, Rohan wants to apply for skilled. Harpindajit is registered with ACS. So ACS is the Australian Computer Society. So that obviously indicates to me that you are a IT professional, which is great. When you say you're registered, I assume that you have your positive skills assessment, which is needed for skilled immigration and for a skilled visa. That is great. And Harpindajit, one thing I would like to know is, are you overseas or are you in Australia? Great. So the good news is that skilled migration was closed for the last 2 years because of coronavirus and pandemic and borders being closed and all the things. And now states slowly but surely start to open their skilled programs. One of the first states that has opened is South Australia. South Australia, as the name says, is in the south of Australia, and it is the state around Adelaide. Who knows about Adelaide and South Australia? Who has been there? Who wants to go there? Who knows someone there? Family, friends, lovers? South Australia is beautiful. It's actually where the Germans settled. And because, I'm German and I have been to Adelaide and I have been to South Australia, it is beautiful. It is very, very nice. So we've got one more person. Torika also wants to apply for a skilled visa. Amazing. Okay, so the way it works is it's all subject to your occupation and your skills, your qualifications, and your work experience. So that's the 3 things. Occupation, 4 things maybe. Occupation, skills, work experience, qualifications. Yeah? And also a few other things. So there's a points test. You've got to have a certain score in your English language skills. You've got to have, you've got to meet a few different requirements. And again, it's different from state to state. All right? Skills assessment. So our friend who said he's registered with ACS, the Australian Computer Society, has already got a skills assessment. So this is one of the requirements that you need for a skilled visa. We can assist you with that, all right? So we are a full service migration agency. We help you from start to finish, yeah? So starting off with consultation, every new client has to go through a consultation process, because in the consultation, we get to know you and we assess your visa options to our standards, yeah? So it doesn't matter if you have spoken to another migration agent or if you think you know what visa is the best for you, you still have to go through a migration consultation with us. Yeah, because we have the highest standards, and we need to know exactly if you are meeting these requirements. All right. So how it works is, so there's these 3 different subclasses: 189, 190, 491. And depending on your situation and on your eligibility, you can apply for one of those. All right. And then there's a process where you make an expression of interest application, nomination application, and a visa application. You can add your family, so you can add your partner and your children. Later on, when you're a permanent resident of Australia and or a citizen of Australia, you can sponsor your parents, for example. And then there's also other ways how you can do a family sponsorship for other family members, like uncles, aunties, siblings, nephews, nieces, and so on. All right. So oftentimes we have family members coming here to Australia and then, you know, working their way up to become a permanent resident, and then they can sponsor their family, you know, to follow. All right. So South Australia is now open. So if you are interested in South Australia and want to apply for a skilled visa, then I would like to invite you to either book a consultation if you don't want to wait. If you say, I am ready now, all right, I'm ready now, I need to know my visa options, I need to know if I can apply for South Australia, then go to our website and book a consultation. Okay, that's the first step. If you want us to help you, there's no way around it. That is the first step. All right, that is the first investment that you are making towards your future to Australia. Your investment for your Australian dream. All right. If you say, I really want to take part in this competition and I think I have really good chances, then leave us a review. Yeah, leave us a 5-star Google review and leave us a recommendation on Facebook, and you get into the draw to win a free consultation. All right. So if you're not in a rush, do that. But there can only be one winner. All right. So you are going to be in the pool with all the other people that leave a recommendation and a 5-star Google review. All right. Now moving on to changes to temporary visas, and that is for people onshore in Australia. Now, can I please see who is in Australia? So let me know where you are in Australia, if you are in Australia. So there was one friend on Facebook that was also in Queensland, same as me. I'm just looking through the chat. Manuya is asking, is there any age limit to apply for a skilled visa? Yes, there is. So skilled visas, they are very popular, and they're very good because they lead to permanent residency. All right. So when it comes to immigration, there's separate categories. One is permanent visas and the other one is temporary visas. Skilled visas, they are leading to permanent residency. Even if you start off on a provisional visa, subclass 491, it will lead to permanent residency. And so the age limit is 45. Okay, so if you are 45 and older, we need to look for a different visa option for you. There is visa options for people who are older than 45. We get asked that a lot. So there's a lot of inquiries on Instagram, on Facebook and LinkedIn, people being worried about age. And there is visa options for all age groups, really. But yeah, skilled visas, 45 is the cutoff. For the main applicant, if you are dependent, if you are the partner, then you can be older than 45. All right. Okay, so now I'm talking about visa changes to temporary visas in Australia. All right. So this is for people who are in Australia currently on a temporary visa. And I will be covering the COVID visa, and I will be covering the subclass 476 for engineering graduates. Do we have any engineers in the audience today? And when you're watching the recording, if you are an engineering graduate in Australia, then please also comment or contact our office. And lastly, I will talk about the training visa, subclass 407. So we'll talk about these 3 visa subclasses. So COVID visa. So that is for people, yes, you need to do both. You need to do a 5-star Google review on Google, and then a recommendation on Facebook. You can just copy and paste the what you say, all right? So if you say, Manuela is doing great, giving us great information on the Facebook Live or Instagram Live or LinkedIn Live, you can just say that again on Facebook. You don't have to rewrite everything, all right? So COVID visa. So in Australia, when you're in Australia, okay, so that does not work when you're overseas. You have to be inside of Australia. You can apply for the COVID visa. Now, there has been 2 different categories. One is for the critical sector and one is for last resort. So critical sector was only people who worked in certain industry, yeah, such as agriculture, food processing, hospitality, aged care, and so on. And so people who were working in these critical industries, they were able to get a work visa, a work COVID visa for 12 months with full work rights. And the people who didn't work in these industries, they were able to apply for a 3 months COVID visa with no work rights. All right? And today, as if I would have known, like we planned this live, a few days ago, but today the Minister of Immigration made an announcement that now also people who work in any industries, in any sectors, can apply for a 6 months working COVID visa. This is amazing. This is a lifesaver for so many people. I know that. If that is you, if you're now really happy and relief, if you're doing like a happy dance, I would do a happy dance, but I've got to stay in my chair so you can see me. I do happy dances all the time. When we get visa approvals and just, we're just happy. We're just happy for our clients. And so if that is you, if you're now doing a happy dance and if you're feeling relieved that you can apply for COVID visa no matter what job you're doing, then comment happy dance. Give us a comment, happy dance, and I know who you are. I know that you are a friend. I know that you're a soulmate. All right, so that's the COVID visa. That is amazing news. I know that so many people will be so happy. So these news are only that's come out today. So that's breaking news. It's brand new. So for the 476 as well as the training visa, people who were affected by, COVID and coronavirus, the department is extending these visas. So that is for people who have already been holding these visas and they're now getting an extension. Just like that. Just like that. And you don't even have to do anything. It's just going to happen automatically. The department will just issue you an extension. So can I ask through the audience, who has either a training visa, subclass 407, or a engineering graduate visa, subclass 476? Happy dance! Yes, Jess, go! Happy dance! I'm dancing in my chair. Who's dancing in chairs? I dance anywhere. Chairs, tables, floors. Great. I'm doing a happy dance for you and with you, Jesco. That's wonderful. So yeah, so who's got a 476 or a 407? Training visa or engineering graduate visa? Yes, Bebel. Gute Nachrichten. We've got one German friend on the line. It's always nice for me to have my German friends around, practicing my German. And yes, keep the love hearts coming. Keep the the caring and the hugs. Give yourself a hug. We need more hugs in this world, I tell you guys. All right, okay. Now I'm moving on to the next topic, which is vacancies, jobs, work. I know who is looking for work. Tell me. Put in work in the comments. Work. And it doesn't matter if you're in Australia or outside of Australia. Just put it in the comments, work, and then I know who you are. Yeah. Harpinderjeet. I'm getting better with saying your name. Am I saying this right? Harpinderjeet? It just rolls off the tongue. Harpinderjeet. It's a beautiful name. So I assume, Harpinderjeet, that you are a IT professional, and yes, correct. Ooh, wonderful. That you are an IT professional and that you're looking for work in Australia, and I can tell you, there's a high demand on IT professionals. All right. All right. So we've got a few people commenting on Instagram and on Facebook. Still pretty quiet on LinkedIn, but I know that there's people on LinkedIn are a bit more quiet, and that's okay. I'm grateful for everyone. I'm grateful for everyone who is like joining me on the live, who is commenting and liking. I'm grateful for all the people who are watching the replay, the recording, because I know we all have things to do. For some of you, maybe in the middle of the day or in the middle of the night, or okay, wonderful. So we've got a few people saying work, and the good thing is that we have a vacancies page on our website. So if you go to our website, aspireimmigration.com.au, there's a tab called vacancies. And on these vacancies page, we put the vacancies on there that we specifically have. So we are getting approached. We're working with employers, all right? So we have corporate clients as well. So we've I would say probably today, and the recording is watched by mainly individuals who are looking for, jobs and visas and so on. And then we also have corporate clients. So we work with businesses, we work with governments, organizations, offices, stores, industries, sectors, representatives, and so on. So we have the corporate sector as well. And we have a lot of jobs. Firstly, I would like to say that I am actually looking for a virtual receptionist. So at Aspire Immigration, we are looking for a virtual receptionist. The important thing is, though, you have to be in Australia. The reason being is, that's not my preference. However, it's because of our phone system. So for our phone system, you have to be in Australia. So if you are in Australia and if you have a bit of extra time, then please go to our vacancies page. You will find the description. It's the top vacancy because it's the newest vacancy. I only came up with that yesterday. But we need someone urgently. So we need someone really as soon as possible. To help us with phone calls, to help us with bookings, because we are getting so many inquiries. So we're getting a lot of phone calls, we're getting a lot of bookings, we're getting a lot of messages and so on. So we need We need people. All right. So if you are interested to work with me and my team at Aspire and you are in Australia, then yeah, apply. We would love to hear from you. All right. So the beautiful thing is with Aspire, which is my business, we're constantly growing. We're constantly evolving. There's so much happening. And I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited about that. Wonderful. So that is one vacancies. We've got so many more. I was just speaking 2 days ago. I was speaking to Peter. Peter is a businessman from Darwin, Northern Territory, which is north. Yeah, Northern Australia. Peter has multiple businesses in retail. He owns shopping centers, and he is looking for, and he also owns taverns, so that is like bars, and he is looking for butchers. Do we have any butchers in the audience? Live and replay, recording. If you are a butcher, put butcher in the comments. We are currently actually looking for 3 butchers. 3. Butchers are very popular. All right. So Peter also needs staff for his bars or taverns, which is like, it's not just a bar, it's more like a restaurant, a pub. So it's like a pub, restaurant, bar thing. In Australia, they're called taverns. And so he also needs staff in hospitality. So Rohan from South Africa, my friend who I met 3 years ago, who knows me, Rohan, that may be something for you, because I know that you are a trained, skilled chef. I do remember our conversation. I remember pretty much every single word. And we have been emailing and so on. So Rohan, that may be something for you, and other people. So if you are a cook, if you are a chef, if you are a restaurant manager, if you are a waitress, or waiter, or a bar attendant, food and beverage manager, food and beverage attendant, contact us. All right, contact us. Now, important message is that these vacancies, our clients get priority. What that means is, how you become a client is, like I said earlier, the first step to work with us is to book a paid consultation. That's how you become a client, and then you get access and priority to the vacancies we have. Okay, and we've got vacancies coming in every day. So what else have we got? Nurses. We need nurses. Australia needs nurses and doctors. We need people in aged care. Do we have any nurses, any carers, aged care, disability care? Just comment your occupation. Just put your occupation in the comments, all right? Even if it's not nurse or aged care, whatever you do, put it in the comments, because I have so many conversations. We've got Mary, who is a carer. Yeah, Mary, I think from memory, you messaged us as well. Mary, you need to book a consultation so that you get into the priority pool, and that we can give you work. And also, of course, the visa, because from memory, I think you have messaged us, and I think the problem is that you're overseas and you have not booked a consultation yet. So Miri, what you can do is you can partake in the competition, all right? So leave us a 5-star Google review and a Facebook recommendation, and then you come into the pool of the competition where we draw one lucky winner to win a free consultation. That can be your golden ticket. Imagine, just imagine, all you need to do is really just, leave us a review. Takes you 30 seconds. It's so quick. 5-star review on Google, recommendation on Facebook, boom, done. And that can save you a lot of money, and it can be the golden ticket to your future in Australia. It's that easy. All right. So Rohan is asking, Rohan, the chef from South Africa, my friend, and we're all friends. We're all friends. Rohan is a special friend because we've met in person. So he's saying definitely something I would consider, but is it easier to get into the north, for example Darwin, or is it easier for Western Australia, for example Perth? Oh, and my friend Jesco Dallas, who is doing the happy dance, is a chef as well. Great. So please, please contact our office. All right, we need chefs, and we need everything else as well. We need everything. So Rohan, to answer your question, if Darwin in the north or Perth in the west. So probably, I'm not sure if it's looking fine for you in regards to directions. Basically Perth is west coast, and Darwin is north coast, Northern Australia. Look, they're both actually quite tough places to get into. So Northern Territory also is quite a ramping up their protection and borders and so on. But I would say Darwin versus Western Australia, I'm not sure, because it's probably now equal, because Western Australia has finally opened its borders. So until recently, when obviously WA was closed, I wouldn't recommend WA at all. But now it's open, so you have to have the triple jabs though. So you have to have, for WA, you've got three vaccinations. So not just two, you've got three. You've got to have three. And Northern Territory is also on the way to asking for three. So either you've got to be fully vaccinated or you've got to be exempt. So that is the two options. All right. We are living in the world of coronavirus, COVID, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. So that's the two options. Either you've got to be fully vaccinated, which is 2 to 3 vaccinations, or you've got to be exempt. All right. So that's the two things that you need to consider when you coming to Australia or applying for visas for Australia. So yeah, I would say Northern Australia or Northern Territory or Western Australia. In regards to state borders and the whole border thing, I would say it's quite similar. But the good thing about Northern Territory is that it has a Dharma Visa program for the whole of Northern Territory. WA also has a Dharma. It's a lot newer than the one in the Northern Territory. The one in the Northern Territory was the first one, established in 2015. My business and I have been doing Dharmas since the beginning, 2015. So we are the Dharma specialists. So that is a good thing. So honestly, if I had to choose, both places are amazingly stunning, like seriously beautiful. I have traveled all around Australia. I've been everywhere. And I'm very grateful for that. So I know what I'm talking about. All right. Sorry, I just had to giggle. Birgit, my German friend, she's saying, I'm an accountant, but I'm too old and I have 4 cats. It's a bit funny. I love animals. I'm more a dog person than a cat person, but my mum and my family, they love cats and they have cats. I'm more like, I love dogs. And cats are fine too. Yes, exactly, Rohan. We spoke about Dharma Visa in Cape Town. See, there you go. You've got a good memory too. I like it. So Dharma Visa is a really good program, and especially Northern Territory program is really good. So when it comes to Dharma, I would say there's 2 regions that are really good. Actually 3. three regions. There is Northern Territory, where the Dharma originates from, Far North Queensland, which is Cairns and the area around Cairns, and South Australia. In my opinion, so there's other regions which also have Dharma Visa programs, like New South Wales, Victoria, WA, but my three favorites, and favorites because they just are, they have the most occupations and they have the most concessions. This is what is important about Dharmas, the concessions that you get. Yeah, you get concessions in regards to your work experience, in regards to your qualifications, in regards to your English language skills, in regards to lots of things. Yeah, so Dharma Visa program is a real advantage. So Rohan, we can definitely, so when we have a consultation, so either you win a consultation during the competition, the March competition, or we'll speak either way, all right? And then we can discuss in more detail the pros and cons for Northern Territory versus Western Australia. And to be honest, like you don't necessarily have to choose. You can look at both and then just see what happens, see where you get a job, see, you know, where it takes you, all right? So you don't have to, like the best way to do it, especially if you are overseas, outside of Australia, is if you be open-minded. I know sometimes you may have, you know, already a family member or a friend who is already in the city or region or state, and then you want to go there, and that's absolutely understandable. It's great to go somewhere where you get support. And yet it is also really good if you are open-minded, and, you know, especially if you are open to the idea to go to a regional area. Yeah, if you're open to the idea to go to regional Australia, such as Northern Territory, such as Far North Queensland, such as South Australia, and other regional areas, all right? Australia is a huge country, and Australia needs people. We really, really, really need people. That's why today, again, so every day there's something happening. So immigration law never gets boring. I like that. I like that there's always changes happening. I like that there's, you know, a lot of, I really embrace change. And so today, that announcement about these, you know, these three visas that I said, like the COVID visa, the 476 and the training visa. So that is amazing. All right. And that is because the Australian economy needs people. We need people, we need workers, and we just don't have enough people in Australia. We do not have, Australia is a huge country. It's big, it's massive, and a very, very, very small population. All right, I think we've got like 22 million people. It's really small compared to the size of it. And we have every day, we have phone calls from businesses and organizations who are asking us if we have people. Yeah, so we're looking for all sorts of people, all sorts of workers. If you're in Australia and also if you're overseas, like I said, the first step to work with us is to book a consultation. You can either book that now and pay for it, or you can participate in our competition. 5-star Google review and a recommendation on Facebook. Okay, so now, the hour is nearly full. I've been talking for 54 minutes. Wow. As you know, I really enjoy these lives. And now it's question time. So if you have not yet put a question in the comment box, now is the time. Now is the time. And this is the advantage of being live with me. Yeah, so it's now 7 o'clock Queensland time. It is dinner time. I am hungry. but I am more than happy to stick around for a little bit longer, depending if you have any questions. And I see the care emojis. Whenever I see care emoji, I do that. So if you want me to give myself a hug, give me a care emoji. You can also give me a love heart, and you can give me a thumbs up. See, now I'm going to do that. The care emojis are coming in, and the love hearts. Oh, so much love for you guys. But yeah, if you have a question, then please put it into the comment box, and I will give it a few more minutes, and then I will answer as many questions as possible. And if you are watching the recording, please still put your question or comment into the comment box, because I am known for going into the comments and answering comments. Me, personally, that's me. I am commenting. Yeah? So if you missed the live, don't worry. If you are watching it in the recording and you have a burning question, put it in there and see what happens. All right. Okay. So Birgit is saying I'm too Oldenburg, and I wouldn't be able to do the health check. Greets from Siegen, Nordrhein-Westfalen. All right. Well, Birgit. Sorry, I don't know why I said Birgit. I mean Bärbel. I think that was a Birgit. I think that must have been a Birgit somewhere. Anyways, Bärbel. It depends how old you are. Honestly, there is actually visas that, where it doesn't matter how old you are. Yeah, so there is certain visas that do not have an age restriction. Jesco, you're so welcome. Jesco is saying thanks for all the information. Love to visit Australia. Jesco, yes, and you will. I always say, where there's a will, there's a way. And because I know that we have people in the audience who, may not have a lot of money, that's why we do the competition, where you can win a free consultation. And participating is free, doesn't cost you anything. Just, and it's an investment of your time. It's an investment of 30 seconds of your life. To just give us a 5-star review on Google and a Facebook recommendation. Easy. Super easy. So, Jesco, thank you so much for joining us. I'm just going to look through. So I'm going to take 3 questions. One from Instagram, one from Facebook, and one from LinkedIn. All right. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to just scroll up all the way in Facebook and see what I've got. I think I answered quite a few questions on the way, like during the live. Scrolling. Oh gosh. Sorry, my feed is jumping around. It is really jumping around. It doesn't like me scrolling. Okay. Okay. I've got my question for Facebook. Okay, I'm going to read it out loud. So the person's questions I'm taking is Pippa Tine Ken. Congratulations, Pippa Tine Ken. Give us a hug. Give us a hug. I'm going to call it now the hug emoji. Give us a hug emoji. Pippa, I hope you're still online. So Pippa is asking, if I apply for a student visa, does my immediate family include it? Will they come with me during my course years? That is a very, very good question. Well done, Pippa. Thank you so much for asking that question. The answer is yes. Yes, you can add your immediate family to your visa application when you apply for a student visa. Immediate family means your partner and your children. Parents can come later. For now, it's your partner and your children. Okay? Happy dance! I'm so happy that you picked this up. Honestly, we should do so many more happy dances. So let's just do a happy dance. Everyone, happy dance. So yes, great news for you, Pippa. And reach out if you want us to help you in regards to student visas. We provide a full service. So we give you help with finding the right course, enrolling you in the course, which is an application on its own. And then, of course, with a visa application for you and your immediate family members. Okay? So we offer that as a service. All right. So now I'm going to try and find a question on Instagram. All right. Just scrolling very gently. Very gently. All right. Okay. So, okay. I don't know what happened. Oopsie. Okay. I may not touch it again. I don't know the name of the person. Sorry, because I don't want to ruin the chat now and maybe lose Instagram. But there was a person asking about how they can get a work visa for Australia. Okay, so I mean that is a bit of a broad question, and the answer is also going to be broad because there is a lot of different work visas available. As I said in the beginning, there's over 100 different visa types in the Australian immigration system. So we need to know what work visa are you eligible for. So, for example, what is your qualifications? What is your work experience? What is your English language skills? Yeah, so meaning what scores do you have in the English language test? How old are you? How many points do you have in the points test? And so on. So there's lots of different options in regards to work visas. Yeah, so whoever wants to apply for a work visa and doesn't really quite know which one, again, the first step is to book a consultation with us, myself and my team, so that we can assess your visa options. Is there anyone in the audience who's already had a consultation with me or my team? If yes, put the word consultation into the comments, because for everyone who's already had a consultation with us knows and can testify that our consultations are very thorough. Yeah, you will get value for your money. I promise you that. Like, I stand for that with my word. Yeah. We're very diligent and I'm very proud of what we do here at Auspire. I'm very proud of my team. I'm very proud of our work. And we have a very, very high success rate because we are so thorough. And we have a process that we go through with each client. Great. One more announcement. So I know this live was called Visa Update for Australia and New Zealand. Now, I have obviously been focusing on Australia because that is my expertise. And we now have a new team member. Her name is Sandra. She is an immigration lawyer and she can advise about Australia as well as New Zealand. do we have anyone in the audience who is interested about visas for New Zealand? If yes, if you're watching live or recording, type New Zealand in the comments. We will, from now, include New Zealand news into the newsletter. So we have a newsletter that comes out twice a month. All right, so it comes out on the 1st of a month and on the 15th or around that. So every 2 weeks we send out a newsletter, which is like about news in Australia and New Zealand. Who has already subscribed to our newsletter? Put the word newsletter into the comments. I think the last one went out, so yeah, today's the 3rd, so the last one went out 2 days ago. Telling you about the news, what's going on. It's just a summary of what has been going on. It's just like you get it in an email and it's just really an overview, and then you can, if you're interested in one story, you can just click on the link and then you can have more information. So yeah, let us know who has the newsletter subscribed to, and I hope you enjoy. I'm writing the newsletter myself, together with my assistant. She's helping me getting it out to the world. We have nearly 3,000 subscribers. So, yeah. All right. It's 7:15. Dinner's ready. And thank you so much for joining me. Remember to participate in our competition. Yeah? You can win a free consultation. So absolutely free, complimentary. No money needs to be paid. All right? So we select one review. So your job is to do a 5-star Google review and a Facebook recommendation. And then you get in the draw to win a complimentary consultation. Good luck. And I'm going to give you a hug and a happy dance. Happy dance. And thanks so much for joining me tonight. I will be doing another live very soon. And yeah, love to you all. Be safe, be kind, share the love. Bye.